Whoa! Hold on a minute. Hey everybody, this is Coach Jimmy Minardi from my bike shop here in Eastern Long Island, New York. Just a few things really quick here before we get started on our Minardi Minute. Today's discourse is setting up proper cleat adjustment. If you're upgrading from the old RS red cycling shoe, I think they had white ones at the time as well. This shoe is about 5 years old. And this is the new Time shoe, the kind that you can heat up and mold it to your foot. And that accommodates the new Click Time pedal system. All right, so I'm going to put these back here for a minute. I'm just going to give you a little homework before we get started. Is you're going to need a clipboard. If you don't have one, not the end of the world. I like clipboards, keep things flat and organized. It's also easy to trace your foot. All right, so you're going to need a white piece of paper, so run over to the printer. Grab a white piece of paper out. This is a tape in millimeters. Like it, millimeters are easier to use, much more accurate than inches. And thanks to Chris Carney at Wounded Warrior Project over there. So when Wounded Warrior is in town, please support them. Amazing organization. All right, so we have one of those. I use both because I'm a stickler for accuracy on my cleats. They are unis after all. And here is a protractor. Both will work pretty good. So you got your pen, you got your piece of paper, you got your protractor, you know, you got your tape measure. Let's have a quick tutorial on the difference between the old Time shoes and the new ones here. I don't know why companies do this in Time. If you're listening or watching, hey, I've been riding your stuff since the late 80s. I was sponsored by Time as a professional cyclist for about almost 10 years. Very familiar with your products. To this day, I still endorse your products, even though I've been retired 10 years. I really encourage all my cyclists to buy Time shoes and pedals. Here's the old shoe, and let's check this out. One thing I loved about the old shoe is, look where your markings are, all the way out to where the cleat is. Also, too, is you have nice 90-degree white lines, which I made red, that help me and give me a benchmark and an accurate measurement when I put my cleat on. So, the cleat comes right up to the markings. All right, really easy. I put the middle of my cleat right on that cool white mark you used to have on the top of your shoe. And both hash marks on the 0 degree go right on the 0. I don't have to make lines. I don't have to guess. It was an amazing, efficient system that you used to have. We have to figure out a way to duplicate that onto the new RS shoe because you don't have it. It's not there. It does not exist. The white lines, as you can see, are all the way over on the side of the shoe. All the way over there, which I don't like. And I had to actually make my own 90-degree line off my 0 mark. Not the end of the world, as I said before. But you know what? It's not really that efficient because now I have to get markers out. And I have to get my protractors out. And it makes things a little bit, to me, a little bit less accurate. I'd rather have the manufacturer do it. So, this is what we do. Flexible ruler. I put that flexible ruler all the way to 0 to 0 on the new shoe. And now I'm making nice lines like you used to have on your old shoe right across. I took my protractor, this mechanical engineer's protractor, and I set it to 90. I put that part right through the middle of the lead screw on your shoe, and I made another 90-degree line, just like the old Time shoes used to have. All right, so now I know what I'm doing. Okay? Now, a good way to check that is we refer back to our power spot on your foot. Real easy to find. stand up on the ball of your foot, look down, find that knuckle. I put a nice Sharpie marker right in the middle of that knuckle, and I put a nice dot right there. And as you can see, let me get something to point so I don't get in the way here. Look at that. That right there is the center of the big knuckle, the metatarsal. All the power that comes out of your leg goes right into that spot. All right, there's no way around that. All right, we don't cycle on our heels, we cycle on the ball of our foot. We also sprint there and run, and among many athletic endeavors, you should be up on the ball of your foot. All right, my particular measurement from the back of the heel to the middle of my big knuckle in my foot, or underneath the metatarsal, is about 18.3 centimeters. You know what? Just because we don't want any knee injuries, we want as much accuracy with the power transmission. All right, I take my tape, I put it on the back of my old shoes. You know what? 18.3, right on the nose. That's my 0 setting. I take my new shoes, which you can see I've already made a line from 0 to 0, just to double check. Again, I'm telling the listener, these are your knees. All right, we don't want any knee issues, or we don't want to bring up any old previous knee injuries due to lack of proper bike fit. As you can see here, I'm just about 18.3 as well. So I'm doing pretty good on the translation from my old shoe to my new shoe. Now that I'm confident that the old shoe is going to resemble my old fit, I take my cleat, I put it over the top. Now I know Tom has this little slash mark thing. They're probably gonna get an email here like, oh no, we have it right. You just put the little mark in there and you find it. You know what? That's not accurate enough for me, and it's kind of weird. And I think Time could do better than that and bring back the old marks. Anyway, they don't. We have to make do and transition with what they've supplied us with. I put the two sash marks right on my 0 line. I put my top line right down the middle, and there you have it. Put your screws in and tighten it up. Don't over tighten it up for the first time. All right, give it some love so it doesn't move. Go out for a ride. Make sure it's what you like and it feels good. And then when you come back, tighten it down a little bit more for a permanent application. One of the things I do like about the lines that Time used to provide us with is at a quick glance, you can see if your cleat moved. All right, you could also outline your cleat like I did, so if it does, if you're replacing them or if it does shift, you can immediately tell on after one of your training rides or a race. All right, so I hope that helped you out on for upgrading from the old shoe to the new shoe. And if you have any questions, you can find me at minarditraining.com, and I'll get right back to you. So thanks a lot for watching.